The fighting will rage on in Libya now, as it has for weeks after revolutionary forces leaders opposed an African Union plan to stop the fighting. The opposition council insists that any political solution to the fighting must include Gaddafi stepping down from power. UN officials have insisted that humanitarian work must be done, even if the shooting has to come to a temporary stop.
If we want to be able to provide more to the civilian population, we have to agree on mechanisms where there are temporary ceasefire. Temporary ceasefire just to let people flee a given combat zone, to let people to be evacuated, to let people to get the necessary supply.
Lazzarini said that there are hundreds of thousands of foreign nationals in Libya, many in Misrata. Though some choose to stay, he says many desperately want to leave. Thanks in part to a notification system that informs authorities on both sides of humanitarian actions, Lazzarini says that supply and refugee ships from Egypt and elsewhere have been able to dock at Misrata without military escort.
There have been, indeed, contact both in Tripoli and also in Benghazi, and also with the coalition forces before, the arrival of the ships. So, yes, all of them are informed, and we go into contact with them.
Martin Nisserky, spokesman for UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, said that Ban had not been briefed on the specifics of the failed ceasefire proposal by the African Union. The Secretary General will be brought up to speed in the next day, he said, however, and all will be much clearer by Thursday when the African Union meets.
I don't think he has to wait. I'm sure he will be briefed on this. After all, he has a special envoy dealing with this topic, and I know that the UN continues to be in touch with the relevant Libyan sides through the special envoy's contacts. The special envoy will also, I'm sure, be reaching out to the African Union and others. As I say, the Secretary General supports efforts and initiatives that help to achieve the key objectives of the Security Council resolutions.
The UN Assistant Secretary General for Human Rights, Ivan Simonovic, was also in New York to brief the Security Council on humanitarian issues in the Ivory Coast. Since that country is where he's been for the last week, he did not address alleged human rights violations over the past 2 months in Libya. Hank Flynn, Press TV, New York.